Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We are taking the new Carnival LR Trunks into his final test for the moment. As I said, I am waiting for the final stage, which will be out probably next week, of the Dismal Future of Red Zone before I take him in there. Let me actually turn these on just so they're ready to go. But yeah, this will be his final test. Shadow Dragon SYN for the time being. Do you know what? We're gonna have to start with an item potentially. I'm not gonna lie, because this man right here needs to build up. I wanted to bring him and eventually like float him and have him next to the Fizz Trunks, and I thought that would be kind of fun to do. But you know, of course, we do have to watch out for that tech transforming Trunks, considering right now he isn't stacking, which is kind of annoying. And as much as I would love to put Orange Piccolo in slot 2 to tank all of those attacks from SYN, I'd rather not, even with a Whis active, see Tech Trunks tank how much he would have taken in slot 1. At least here he gets some defense, especially for the additionals. I meant additional super. Again? I meant a super. Still taking 50k. But he didn't get supered, and that's all that matters. That is all that matters. Now, annoyingly, the Whis is going to be active going into next turn, which, of course, Carnival LR Trunks just doesn't need. Even though SYN does so much damage out the gate, because of that type advantage, because of the potential full damage reduction he can get, the stacking, the extra 30% defense he can get for the turn as well, and the additional supers. Yes, another one. Definitely another one, please. Yes! VB doing VB things, love that. But yeah, with the type advantage and all that good stuff, along with him building up his defense as well, per attack performed up to that 50% as well. Even though you're looking at like, what, 440k on a basic from SYN here, that type advantage combined with all the rest of it, Trunks will be tanking just fine here. So that plays a major advantage for him in terms of having a type advantage in this phase. Or at least in this event in general, on this stage, because that's the main thing with SYN is, and to be fair, the new red zone stages as well, is so much damage from the get that it just makes a lot of units so risky. Like 95% of units risky to run in the very beginning where they need to build up a bit. Now, of course, Trunks is stacking, but at least here he has type advantage, so it kind of doesn't matter. He would be fine no matter what. Even with 186k defense, once he supers, as I said, he would still tank double digits here. I think even a super, he might take like a couple 100k, but it wouldn't be anything to worry about. And that's because of the type advantage. So the Whis does feel kind of wasted, but as I said, we needed to kind of cover easy attack transforming Trunks. But if Sword of Hope Trunks does get super attacked here, I can't imagine he's taking anything. Especially if the additional supers do pop, which hopefully they will. Because then he can do some he can do some very good damage here. 8.9 milli. If those additional supers can pop while having type advantage, he can actually do some damage to SYN's health bar. 6.8. Bruh, the type advantage is working well for us right now. We are cooking with fire. 5.8 mil crit additional, but he did crit on it as well. Yeah, this wouldn't do anything to Trunks even without the item. Well, that's another thing in his favor, is he's going to do a lot of damage to this phase of SYN. I mean, you literally saw it there. If we hit another additional, SYN was basically borderline dead, and Gogeta would just have to clean up. He would just have to be a sweeper, do you know what I mean? That's the one thing I do like about this Trunks, even at 55%, which has kind of been my main thing of kind of not liking him as much, is because Trunks does have... Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? Actually, there's so much key that it's just not going to work. Alright, hopefully we just don't do that much damage with Piccolo, but hopefully we do enough that Trunks can get a super in and stack, and also do enough damage to actually finish SYN off. But yeah, that's the one thing I've always said, even at 55%, the amount of damage Trunks can do in a turn is actually generally ridiculous. And if we had some dupes, I know I have skill orbs, but obviously it's just not going to happen that often. Is if he crits along the way, he's doing a bag of damage. Like, he's doing a lot. I mean, you saw it there with the type advantage. We done, what, 6 milli, 5 milli on a crit. If he hit another one, that's like another 5 to 6 mil. I was going to say, please get an additional. Is it going to be enough to kill? I mean, if he gets another additional super, we won't have to worry about this one. It's enough. All right, cool. We got a double stack in, and we managed to not take any unnecessary damage with Tech Trunks. That's exactly what we wanted. And we got the guaranteed dodge with VB. It started off really well. I love how much damage Trunks can do. It's just defensively at 55%. He's really shaky. Really shaky. Right, now he's got the group attacks to handle, which... 315k defense. I mean, we're still talking like over 400k on a basic. But I feel like he should be okay. You know, he doesn't have all of his defense just yet. And he hasn't been stacking all too long. But one group attack, he should be okay. Vegeta and Trunks pulling out the 5 dodge. Okay. You do that. I mean, you still need to be hit to build up, guys. But, you know, you do that, pulling out the 5 dodge. You love to see it. It's always satisfying when you do get it. But yeah, if we have some dupes rather than just skill orbs, which means he has like a couple of crit at most, Trunks could do a whole lot of damage. I mean, he does a whole lot of damage anyway. Double digits on the group attack, great. Of course, VB's guaranteed dodging, which is fantastic. We'll love to see that. 9.7 mil. And Trunks is always hitting those upper echelon of numbers from 55%, from a dupe to 2 to rainbow, because it's so easy to get him key. Like, he's already on a lot of key as it is. Like, you're never going to struggle to hit an 18 key with him, which means you're always stacking, which is good. But you always have so much key that you're always hitting 24 key supers, which means Trunks is always doing a lot of damage. How much is this going to do? We did super all the time we needed. Still done 357. The good thing about that is, and again, even at 55%, this is one of my main gripes with him, is how shaky he can be defensively. That's like a 1.1 million on a super that SYN does right here. Now, bearing in mind, Trunks has stacked 3 times, I think, so not much. But he did get his full 30% damage reduction. He does have the full 50% from all the super attacks. And he did super attack 2 more times on the additionals, which obviously means he got the 30% for the turn. So in total, we had 90% defense, just of course, one of them is permanent, 2 of them's for the turn. So I can't lie, while 350k is a lot of damage to take, that would have been about half of our HP, which I can't lie, against one of the hardest enemies on global right now, that's not bad. And again, at 55%, I can't knock it. I generally can't knock it. Right, I'm going to rotate Piccolo off. Not Piccolo, sorry. I'm going to rotate Trunks off to get him floating with the other one. Do I need to use a Whis here? I'm kind of relying on Gogeta doing his thing, which is dodge. And Trunks should be fine because of the type advantage and the stacks before the group attacks. I just need Gogeta to do his thing, which is dodge. At least he's going to super before he gets hit, and at least he's going to super before he gets hit with the group attack. But I am relying on that 70% chance to dodge right now, I won't lie to you. I mean, I'm always relying on it, but I'm relying on it right now. But yeah, I can't lie, 350k is a lot of damage to take, but 55%, as I said, when my main gripe has been how shaky he could be defensively. That's just over a 1.1 million super attack, and he actually tanked it. Given the circumstances, fairly well. In my opinion anyway, fairly well. Obviously, if we had a lot less HP, which I don't think is really going to be too much of an issue unless you get ultra unlucky, because as I said before, the units that surround this Trunks are some of the best defensive units in the game. You've got the new Future Go on. Vegeta and Trunks still hold their own, and mine are at 55%. If you have dupes, even better. Tech Transforming Trunks can stack so quickly. Bulma's a possibility. Orange Piccolo. The new Goku and Vegeta. You know, there's a ton of units. VB. So, having your HP down that low, you'd probably have to get quite unlucky. But for him to tank 300k, which again, I know is a lot in one super, but given the circumstance at 55%, he survived. And he only stacked 3 times. I can't knock it. Okay, he's up to 447k defense. We do have his standby. Of course, we are going to be like invincible with him for 1 turn. Vegeta and Trunks still have their entrance animation. 5 turns. Wait, is it appearance? I always forget. From start of turn. No, I think they've lost it. Oh, but they're still gonna have their guard anyway because of we have Trunks next to them. But there is a group attack. Do I wait to use his standby? I'm tempted to wait. Because right now I'm tempted to use an item. Just because we do have quite low HP. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait to use it. I don't think we're gonna do enough damage. I mean, Trunks might do. But I don't think we're gonna do enough damage where we're not gonna get to see the standby. I know we didn't get to see it against Cooler because I kind of goofed, but I kind of want... See, Trunks would have tanked this for pretty much next to nothing with the guard and damage reduction for 1 turn. But it's... I want Trunks to have a little bit more defense, and I also want to recoup some HP before I use it. So at least anyone else that's on the rotation, I don't have to kind of worry about them surviving, because I know Trunks will be fine. It's just I want to make sure everyone else is okay as well. So I know Trunks would have tanked that super attack perfectly, especially with an item active. That wouldn't have touched him at all. Of course, this shouldn't harm him either. We have a Whis active. Yeah, cool. I want a little bit more HP before I use a standby, just so I know the rest of the rotation will be okay. Good damage though, I can't lie, that is one thing this Trunks really has going for him, even at 55%, is the amount of damage he can do is up there. We are getting quite lucky with the additional supers though, I can't lie, so we're getting the full 30% damage reduction. So we would have in the realms of like 500k defense right now, so even without the Whis, the basics wouldn't hurt him. Super attack, however, I mean, to be fair, considering he survived last phase, which is 1.1, this is 1.3, I think after those super attacks just now, which was what, 3, so again, full damage reduction, permanent stack, 230% for the turn. I think again, Trunks will probably take in the realms of like 300 to 350, 350k, but he would still survive. Which is still pretty good. Of course, we're going to have Piccolo here. We have a Whis active, which is good. We can recoup some HP, which is nice. And at least next... We actually have less health than what we started with. At least next turn... Okay, that group attack is kind of concerning for VB. Kind of concerning for VB. Alright, we're back. This time I'm probably going to use the standby. What is Trunks' defense right now? 447. I can't tell if that was the same or just a little bit more, but let's pop his standby and get the indestructible Trunks out for a turn with that 50% damage reduction for 1 turn and the guard in slot 1. I need to check the turn as well to see if actually no, it doesn't matter if Vegeta and Trunks don't have their guard. They're gonna have their guard anyway because Trunks is on the rotation. This is where Trunks is indestructible for 1 turn. His defense probably dropped just a little bit, but again, considering if we put him in slot 1, he's got all that damage reduction and guard. Doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, he's gone down to 358. That's a ton of group attacks. I'm very much hoping, very much, and if it happens, it's going to be a great success, that Gogeta Blue is feeling very dodgy. That sounds really weird. 10 milli attack stat, gone. Just additional super. Of course, he is still stacking. I do like that he does retain his SAFX in standby. So that's some more defense once we do come out the standby. I won't forget to use it this time. I won't forget to use it. As many additional supers as possible. That way we can build the charge counter as much as possible. So we can get, per charge, 50% attack for the boy Trunks to do a big amount of damage. He's super attacked 4 times. Oh, with dupes, this guy must be so fun to use, because not only are you doing a ton of damage, but building up his 5 dodge from Vegeta and Trunks, and the 70% chance from Gogeta Blue. Love that. He's being super attacked. Alright. I'm actually going to tank here. So he stacked and he super attacked 3 extra times. 4k. That's all of his defense. That's the stack. The 3 other 30% defense raises for the turn. The damage reduction guard. Untouchable. And Gogeta's still doing his thing. Love that. You still have 1 more group attack to dodge, Gogeta. Just 1 more. Just 1 more. But his standby, which we will not forget to use this time, should be doing a ton of damage. So Trunks himself has done 4. Vegeta and Trunks have done 2, so that's 6. Dodge. Yes! Love that. Gogeta is guaranteed 1, so that's going to be 7. If Gogeta hits an additional, that's going to be 8. Hit an additional. It doesn't even need to be... I don't actually know if it needs to be a super attack. That's one thing I'm not sure about. Let me quickly check while these are playing out. Is it attacks or is it super attacks that build up his charge count? It is indeed... where is it? Why can't I find it? What can I say? Oh, you know what? No, he has the guaranteed additional as well with 5 more keys fist. Forgot about that. I think it's just any attacks because active skills count as well. At least I'm certain that's what it is. The ways an item. Yeah, probably for the best because Tech Trunks has 447k defense. VB needs to dodge. But one good thing about bringing this Trunks as well is the fact that I'm going to save all those fizz keys for Trunks. One good thing as well is VB's got a ton of additionals in him. At least this Orange Piccolo has dupes, so he could super attack more than once. Tech Trunks also has a bag of additionals in him, along with being rainbowed. So there could be a ton of attacks in this one turn to build up Trunks' charge count. So we're up to, I think, what? 8? 7? 7? 8? Can't remember. 7 or 8. Now we're up to 8 or 9. Piccolo getting additionals. Love that. That's that rainbow coming in. So we're up to 8 or 9 on our charge count. Don't forget, that's 50% times wherever our charge count is. So we're up to 9 or 10 from Trunks. Come on, man. You have so many built-in additionals. Just let them fly. And you're rainbowed. No, 90%. Let them fly. There's another 2. Come on, get a third. Get a third. I'm expecting the same from VB as well. Get a third. Come on. Get a third. Big crit as well. Oh, come on. As many as we can do. As many as we can do. Come on. I want to do big damage. Hopefully we can get a crit this time round as well. Because while using his finish skill, I haven't got a crit yet. Like, don't get me wrong. VB, I need you to dodge those. VB, I need you to dodge this, please. VB, why are you not dodging? I want to use Trunks' finish skill. Why are you not dodging? Alright, come on, pop off. Pop off. Make it up to me. Pop off. Pop off. But yeah, so far I haven't got a single crit on his finish skill. So I mean 9 million at 55% with no crit is still good. At least to me. I want to see him do some big damage. I want to see him hit a crit. Like, it's not likely. I kind of wish in his standby he did have a crit built in. So that finish skill done even more damage. It's not needed, but it was just... Oh, thank God for that. I can't lie. My butt cheeks clenched. So you want to dodge all of these, but you didn't want to dodge the group chat. Group chat? Group attack. Oh, of course, we're going to pop this as well. This counts. So how many we're up to? We're up to 18. This is going to take us up to 19. I thought we might have got in the 20s, but we haven't. But still, that's going to be 19 times by 50%. So we're still going to be a ton of damage no matter what. Just shy of the full, just shy of 20. Just shy of 20. Bro, this is going to do so much damage. I just hope he crits because I just want to see big number go boom. I mean, Vegeta and Trunks are critting and they're 55%, so. Alright. I'm ready. I'm ready. Crit for me. Crit for me. 19 times 50. Actually, that didn't even move. Someone told me that active skills count. Maybe they don't. 19 times 50%. Hit a crit. Ah, he didn't get a crit again, but still 9.5 million damage on a 55% unit. On a 55% unit with no crit is still decent. I really wanted to see a crit. He's also up to 637k defense. Now, realistically, that's still not enough to contend with a SYN super attack. However, as we've already seen in the second phase, with over 600k defense, as long as he hit the additional supers and, you know, got his damage reduction, got the extra stack up, the permanent 30%, and the extra, you know, 230% defenses for one turn, he would probably be able to tank the 1.3 million super from SYN. He would just take a decent chunk of damage. I mean, with just over 600k, you're probably looking between just over 200k to 300k, which, to be fair, is not bad, because at least he survives. That is an estimate, but at least he survives. Going over what I saw against the second phase, at least he survives. I do think, after all, I was a bit harsh on this guy. He still is. He's a lot of fun to use. His damage output is good. I think defensively he's better than I first gave him credit for at 55%. With dupes, this guy is really good. I do still think, like quite a few units, there is still moments where he can easily be caught and it gets very techie for him and he can get absolutely mollywopped with a super. But I do believe I was a little bit too harsh on this Trunks. At 55%, I do believe I was a little bit too harsh. So I do want to kind of retract what I said a little bit. He is a lot better than I thought he was. Again, even at 55%, he's very good. He's very good. He's definitely within the top 10. Is he within the top 5? Not sure. But I would have to say he's definitely within the top 10. I do think I was a little bit too harsh. But do let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you next video, guys. Take care. Have a good rest of the day. And peace.